Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppage. Today checking out some more Live Oak beer. Live Oak from Texas. Live Oak is an amazing brewery so far. I've really dug all the beers I've had, especially their Pilsners. They were amazing. We did a video where we did a trio of Pilsners. Now we're doing a video where we're doing a trio of smoked beers, courtesy of Will. So thanks a ton to Will for the beers. So we're doing three quite different smoked beers. We're doing their Grodziskie, their Bamberger, and we're doing their Schwarzer Rauch. So the Grodziskie is inspired by Polish Grodziskie, I think that's how you'd say Grodziskie, which is a wheat beer with smoked malt. So it's also called Polish champagne. It's often really low strength, around 3%, and then you use wheat smoked malt, or the combination of wheat malt and smoked malt. So you get like, I think it's beechwood smoked wheat malt, for example, or oakwood smoked wheat malt and whatever. The Bamberger is a real tribute to Bamberg, the city of Rauchbier. I've talked about that city so many times. I've been there many times. I love their style of beer, the Rauchbier. This is a take on an amber style Rauchbier from Bamberg. And the final one is a take on doing a black lager, a Schwarzbier, but with smoked malt, where you get like some toasty, kind of roasty black lager flavors, just, you know, with smokiness as well, which sounds really cool. But let's check the Grodziskie out first, because it's the lowest strength. And yeah, so this is 3%, and I believe it was 100% oak smoked wheat malt, yes. So, and then did they use lager yeast? Says here, I think it was Saaz hops, traditional yeast, it says. So it doesn't say what the yeast is. I think often it was ales, but it's been a long time since I read up on Grodziskie. It's been a long time since I actually also did videos on Grodziskie, so it'll be fun to check one out. And just, I think also sometimes they're made with salt too, as far as I remember. Maybe not, but yeah, let's check it out. So pour is a crazy pale yellow color because wheat malt. So not a lot of color to this. Some nice bubbles of carbonation in there, some whitehead. Let's check out the aroma. Yeah, it is full on wheaty smoke. It almost smells like a smoked loaf of wheat bread. Yeah, it's like woody and like campfirey and wheat bready. It's super interesting. Doughy as well. Doughy bready. Almost like a hint of citrus to it. Definitely some grassiness. It smells really nice. Let's try it. Cheers. Yeah. Citric, grassy, smoky, doughy, bready wheat beer. It's quite different from any other wheat beer. I think blind a lot of people will guess this is a smoked beer or Rauchbier of some sort. And I think a lot of people would actually try and guess for something like Schlenkerla's Helles, because it's like so gentle with the smoke. This is a bit more full on, and so is the Helles that's unfiltered. So maybe something like that. But I think a lot of people would guess that because you get light flavors. It's really fluffy though. Like you can definitely taste that it's 100% wheat because it has like a big fluffiness to it, and then a fairly high carbonation, which is why they also call it Polish champagne. It's maybe not as hammy as beechwood smoke, but there is a little bit of like that kind of meaty smoke, hammy, but meaty smoke flavor, but it's more into like a woody campfire thing. Just like I was at a campfire this weekend going to a summer house, and it's just that kind of smell and flavor profile you kind of get. So like think like smoky wheat bread and white bread and dough, really. Like it's really doughy. And then there's that touch of sauce and whatnot. It's so crushable. Like, as a lower strength beer, I could crush millions of these. But it's never going to be something where I'm like completely fired up. I'd rather drink something like a Helles Rauchbier or just a standard Rauchbier. But, you know, it's still really enjoyable stuff. I can somewhat see why they call it champagne, because it's dry. It's slightly kind of, I don't know, grapey, but it's got like a slight fruitiness from the Saaz hop, like pepper, maybe some lemon or something like that, grassiness. but it's really nice. So let's move on to Bamberger. I think this was 4.8%. This, of course, is beechwood smoked malt, which is what is famously used in Rauchbiers, especially in Bamberg. But yeah, they just say this is, you know, a tribute to where smoke beer is still king. So let's check this one out. It's definitely amber in color. A beautiful clear beer as well. That is crystal clear. I can see right through it. So it looks like what I'd expect from maybe a Spezial, because they have that like more amber look to their Rauchbier. And yeah, it's just beautiful to look at. And now Whitehead, let's check out the aroma. I'm mesmerized by how clear this looks. Let's check it out. Yeah, more malt centric. There's definitely smoke. What's interesting, going from 100% smoked malt beer, this seems like lighter on smoke, which is interesting. But that's just because there's so much smoked malt in that, even though it's like smoked wheat malt. But you're getting classic bacon, meaty smoke character. I'm getting like Vienna lager vibes to this. Like there is like that nice touch of Munich malty or Vienna malty breadiness. Touch of caramel. And then a little bit of like a peppery, spicy hop character. But it's like almost like, there's almost like a creamy caramel thing too. But yeah, interesting enough, I'm not getting loads of smoke right now, but that is clearly because of that beer. But let's try it. Cheers. Really well balanced Rauchbier. Really well balanced. It's so there is some smoke coming now, but it's really soft compared to what I expected. It must seriously just be because I went from there to there. It's still really nice though, but I'm a bit disappointed in the amount of smoke flavor. But I'm not sure if that's just because I went from 100% smoked malt beer to this. But there is a soft, gentle touch of meaty smoke. Again, I think Spezial's style of Rauchbier. Theirs are also a bit more restrained and soft. But it's meaty, bacony smoke, whereas this is a bit more of a campfire thing. And then there's this really nice touch of fluffy, kind of like a more of a rustic bread. Bread and I sometimes talk about like hazelnut loaves or something like that. It's almost like something like that, like because there's also like some hazelnuttiness and it's a bit more robust on its maltiness, like a whole grain type bread thing, and it's definitely like a fresh kind of bready feel. Aftertaste, you're getting some nice bitterness, some dryness, and then it's like black pepper, white pepper, a bit of grassiness, a bit of herby spice too. But I was expecting this to be more in my face. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest, for this to be a recreation of the gold standard. It's still really good. Don't get me wrong. Like no off flavors, no nothing. Like really, really, really well made lager beer. It's just not got the level of smoke I was hoping for. Let's jump on to the final one, the Schwarzer Rauch, the Schwarzbier. So this one is 4.8%, also classic noble hops on this one, and as I said, an attempt at seeing how a black lager or Schwarzbier does with smoked malt. Let's show the aroma. Yeah, definitely more smoky, more meaty, more campfirey, burnt, ashy aromas because of the roasted malt, even some coffee. Charry, woody notes, really much more charry and toasty, and like it seems much more robust than say this. And it smells like so far the one maybe with the heaviest amount of smoky aroma, but I'm guessing some of these black malts will amplify that. Yeah, it smells really good. Really toasty. Really like almost like burnt, almost like charred bread. Like almost like if you char like also like a actually rye bread almost. It's not maybe not as spicy, but if not Danish rye bread maybe, then more like sandwich bread, as you see, like the more soft, like what you'd see in America as rye bread, like soft, like more hefty, robust bread. That's almost gone a bit too far and it's been a bit charred on a toaster. I'm getting something like that, and then with like charcuterie meaty smoke. It smells awesome. It smells really nice. Also a touch of grassiness. Let's try it. Cheers. Oh, that is one of the most dead on Schwarzbiers I've had in so long, but with smoke as well. That's really nice. It's really charry though, like it's lots of charry smoky flavors, but actually it's not crazy. Like it's not over the top smoke. It's more forward than this, but it's not like a huge abundance of smoke. Like I still say these bad boys got nothing on Schlenkerla at all. Like that's still the best of the best. But they are certainly really nice attempts at making it. I think they fall more into the, if we talk Bamberger breweries, the style of Spezial, where it's a bit more restrained, which is also really nice. But this one is really good. I really think the black malt and the smoke pairs really well. Again, it's like charcuterie, bacony, meaty smoke, ham, but with like charry notes, almost like, think barbecue bark, because it has like that like charry, like that is like caramelized and like blackened charry outer exterior that just like if you eat burnt ends or something, it's almost like a bit something like that, more so than in a, you don't get the same kind of level of charriness and stuff like that in a classic Rauchbier, because you don't have that black roasted malt. So you're getting some of that, which just I think pairs brilliantly. And then there's like this spice, there's like this really nice grassiness, but it's so well balanced with the rest of the beer. It's like not overdone. Soft bitterness on all of them, and nice dryness on all of them. But this is definitely the favorite. And I was guessing it might be. So I saved it for last. I was thinking it was going to either be this or this. Ratings, like a 91, 92 for the Schwarzer Rauch. That is dope. Cool reinterpretation of smoke beer. I'm sure a lot of other people have done it. But it's just, I really like it. Instead of just using the same kind of Bock, double Bock, or Märzen canvas that everyone does, and try and make something a little bit different, but still really classic. And then maybe like an 88 on this. Like I'm a little disappointed just because, man, I want more smoke. But if, you know, I think it's comparable to the Spezial style. And if you like that more, where it's more subdued smoke, this is for you. And then finally the Grodziskie. I'm gonna give this an 88 as well, tie it with the Bamberger. It's also really nice smoke beer. I would, if I was offered smoky beer, of these three, I would 100% go for that one. If we just grade this as Grodziskie, it's too hard for me because I can't really, you know, it's been years since I had beers in this style, so it's really hard to compare. Are there any like crazy good examples that I have had? I don't even know. It's so many years ago. It was when I was getting loads of beer mail from Poland, but it's still really good. So the favorite, Schwarzer Rauch, really damn tasty stuff. So if you guys have been lucky enough to try some live oak Rauchbiers, smoked lagers, let me know what you thought of them. And also if you got to try the Helle Rauch, let me know, because that one also sounded really nice. I think that was inspired by the Schlenkerla Helles. But yeah, if you guys had them, let me know. And thanks to Will for the beers. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. Wow, this went on for too long. And I want to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.